So I'm someone who's suffered with ear issues for pretty much all of my life. I've had tinnitus, glue ear, autophony, pretty much any ear condition you can think of I've had. And because I've had this problem, I thought, I could do something positive um, than just sort of dwell in the misery of it all by sharing some kind of coping strategies I've used for tinnitus and maybe help someone who watches this video. So my first suggestion is a pretty basic one, but it would just be to keep trying to do the things you enjoy doing. Sometimes it can feel tempting when you have an ear problem to kind of recluse yourself, because obviously you're worried you might come across strangely to your friends or anything like that if you're very self-aware of your ears, as I often am. And I myself have been guilty of not going out to meet people, not doing the things I like, and just kind of sitting on my own and feeling worse about it rather than better about it. Even if you have a worse night than you would have had if you didn't have an ear problem, you've got to understand that this is the situation you're in. So just go for it and, explain to your friends if you feel like you're acting strangely. I'm sorry, I've got really bad tinnitus, autophony, I've got an ear infection, whatever. This more aimed at people who have long-term struggles with ears, because obviously ear infections go. But I'd say that's a really important thing, and just try and remember that. Second thing I'd like to mention, this is particularly for people who have tinnitus. Any tinnitus, to just explain, is any noise that comes out of your ears, whistling, humming, anything like that. Can come in loads of different varieties, but is to, from a speaker or just your phone or laptop or anything, play white noise, and you can find this on YouTube or Spotify, whatever, or just play the noise of a dehumidifier, or even buy a dehumidifier, because the background noise should really help you sort of take your focus away from what you're hearing and put it on to another noise in the room. So try not to just lie in a silent room, because this is likely to obviously magnify the issue to yourself and make you more panicked and worried about it. So, and it also helps you to sleep as well if you're less worried about it and can't hear it. The third thing I'd like to mention is probably slightly more complex than the first two, but is the kind of options that are available to you if it's a major problem in your life, as it is for me, and that is to go down a slightly more mental health medical route, because that can be the root cause of a lot of these issues. I myself, I've done counselling, I've done CBT. I haven't done mindfulness, although there is an article about it that's been recently published on The Guardian that I'm going to put up now, and I'll also link to it in the description if you want to read about it, that suggests mindfulness will be of a lot of help to you, and perhaps can give hope to you if you have a very severe problem with tinnitus or autophony or any of these things that I've mentioned. If it's really bad, go to your GP and kind of take the routes from there and try and find out what will be best for you. For some people it's counselling, for some people it's CBT, which is a little bit more kind of achievement based. I had a lot of problems behind the checking behaviours of my ears, checking to see that my ears are still bad, and the kind of unhelpful things I was doing around that, and it helps to try and eradicate those things. You need to take time with your GP, and just take time with yourself really, and look into it and think, what's the best way, what's the best research for me? Is it doing yoga? Is it doing mindfulness? Is it CBT? Is it counselling? Think about it, and definitely it's something worth considering, because it does help a lot of people. Lastly, I just mentioned that try and remember you're not alone. Everyone in life has problems. Your problem's an ear problem, hopefully, if you're watching this, or even if it's not, like if you've got a problem, everyone has problems, and that you can still achieve a lot despite your ear problems. And try and remember what you've achieved despite your problems, and not get too down and despondent about it. Remember that some days are better than others. Some days your ears may act up more than others, and if your ears are really bad at any given moment, that it might not always be the case that it's like that. So certainly don't lose hope. I hope this video has been a help to some of you. I could probably go into more detail. I'll leave my social media links, hopefully some are on the screen, and feel free to DM me or message me if you want any more advice. I hope this video has been a help to someone. It's my first video, so thank you.